Let's have a chat about ant beds in your garden. Welcome back to Chatting with Chintzy. I'm Chintzy Barato. Ants in your garden can be a real pain in the butt. As you can see, I've already been attacked by them here today already. Got them all up and down my back too. But anyway, the ant. Why is it in your garden? Is it a problem? And how you get rid of them. Let's get started. I know I'm going to get covered in ants here, but anyway, I'm doing it for you guys. But as you can see, I've got an ant bed here at the base of my raspberry plant. Why are ants here? Well, first off, they're shaded from the sun. So as you can see, they're thriving pretty well. They're crawling all over the place. Second, they get on your plant because they're actually farming aphids. Yeah, did you know ants actually do farming? Let's touch on that. The nemesis of your garden, well, one of them is the aphid. Now, what the aphid does is they go and they eat the substance of your leaves, and they don't need all the sugar and water from the leaves that they get because that's not what they're eating. So what they do is they excrete that in the form of what's called honeydew. It actually is a kind of a clearish liquid, and apparently it's got a really sweet taste. Well, ants love this stuff. So what they will do is they will farm aphids. They will keep them alive on the plants and protect them from predators in exchange for this honeydew. It's a symbiotic relationship in the garden. And it works for both of them. It doesn't work for us. So you got to get rid of those aphids if you want to get rid of the ants. And one way to get rid of those aphids is neem oil, which I made a video on before and showed the importance of neem oil for pests in your garden. Works just as well on aphids. I'll post a link in the description. Ants alone, besides, biting you all on your neck and your back and everything, are not really a big problem per se. But, hopefully we can get this done before the rain moves in. I hear it thundering already. Boy, that'd make some footage. We see a big bolt of lightning here, but we're hoping that won't happen. So, ants in your garden, what they do is they make ant beds, which they burrow down into the ground. And if you've ever seen an ant bed where they poured, say, concrete into it, you can see the amazing structure that they create. Ants are an absolutely brilliant animal, but in this case, we don't need them here. But what they do when they burrow down into the ground is they can disrupt your root system of your plant, obviously impacting the growth of the plant. And that's not what we're looking for. But I got these pesky ants there that I got to take care of first. Let's talk about how you can get rid of these, destroying the environment, putting down poisons, and killing your plants and ingesting those poisons. No one needs that. Let's talk about how to do that. You can use what's called DE, Diatomaceous Earth. Now, what that does is it basically dehydrates the bug, and it acts almost like little shards of glass, and it tears up its insides and its exoskeleton. But that can be expensive, and you got to be careful putting that down, because if you have pets and or yourself, if you mill around on the ground like a dog or whatever, you can get this stuff in your lungs and on you too, and it's not good. So you need to get food grade, which could run you some money. And every time it rains, you're going to need to put more down. So I found a more efficient way. Another way you can do it, and this is not my more efficient way, is by pouring boiling water onto the ant bed. Now, if you have plants right around an ant bed, obviously that's not going to do the plant any good, and you're probably going to kill your plant. The most efficient way I found only requires 4 ingredients. The first of those being cotton balls and pocket lint. So, cotton balls. You're going to start with, depending on the size of your ant bed, about 6 or 8 of these things. The next thing you're going to need with that, sugar. Now, once again, depending on the size of your ant bed and how much of this you're going to want to make, you're going to have to adjust measurements of this. But the next thing, boric acid. Now, this is stuff you think, it even says it on here, like roach away. It doesn't matter what brand it is, just get whatever's cheapest. I had this in my cabinet, so that's what I'm going to use. You don't need anything fancy, and yes, it is the same stuff that kills roaches that you might put in your cabinets, because if you live where I live, roaches or the palmetto bug is actually the state bird. And let me tell you, those jokers get about that big and they get in your house, and it ain't about living like a hog in your house whether you like it or not. And the last thing you're going to need is bottled water. I'm kidding. Don't waste money on bottled water for this. This is just a bottle we have that the old lady waters her plants with. So you're going to need water. Now, I'm going to take you inside. We're going to put this stuff together, and I'll show you how much of each to use. As I mentioned before, you're going to need 1 cup of water. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of borax, 3 tablespoons of sugar, some cotton balls, and a measuring spoon, unless you can eyeball 1 tablespoon, and just an empty container, one you can easily use, and something to mix it with. Apparently I'm late to the party and everything, but these things are absolutely amazing. You can stir stuff. I stir my iced tea with this all the time. Thing works fantastic. Next thing, 1 tablespoon of borax. Now, take your 1 cup of water, pour it on in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 21st century device, some kind of strange mixer that works absolutely fabulously, some friends recommended to me, and we're going to stir this. Use a deeper container. We don't need this water splashing up, and we don't need all this stuff making a mess. Now go ahead and take your cotton balls. I'm using 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, why not? Let's get crazy with it, throw an extra one in, because that's what we got. So we got 11. So we're going to chunk them on in there. We're going to push them down in. I'm not going to stir the cotton balls because, boy, that thing will get tied up all around here. But we're going to submerge those in there. And one other thing I forgot, you're going to need something to take these back out with. And a bowl to put them in. Let's go dump this sugar back in the sugar container and use this bowl to put our cotton balls in. The more boric acid, the better, right? Wrong. Because if you have it too strong, the ant's going to eat that boric acid and die pretty quickly. What you want it to do is take it down into the ant bed and let the other ants eat it too, so it kills all of them, including the queen. So you're looking for a 1 to 3 ratio. That's 1 tablespoon of boric acid to 3 tablespoons of sugar. Let's get back to it. So here we are. I'm right next to the ant bed. You can see it's all underneath here. Now the ants have kind of gone back underground because it's fixing to rain, but we're going to get them stirred up a little bit, and I'm going to try not to get swarmed here, but we're going to poke some holes in this, get these ants going pretty good. And there we go. We are swarming, and they are coming. So at this point, we're going to take our cotton balls. We're just going to drop them over there, and you'll see they will swarm these things because they like the sugar. Oh, okay, that's okay. That's why we got that extra one. Now what they're going to do is they're going to come down here and start swarming on me like they're doing. I even got them in the cup. I got them on my hands, so be careful doing this. Try not to get bit up, but if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough, right? Now, as you can see, oh boy, Lord. As you can see, we got cotton balls all over here. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see that they are swarming these things. So as you can see, not only are they swarming me, they're swarming the cotton balls. They're eating this sugar. They're taking these sugars and they're going to eat that sugar up and go down into the nest. And it will kill them, and it will kill all their buddies that are eating them too. And they are swarming me. They're all over the place. So don't be a moron like I was and sit here and film this stuff. But you get the idea. So we're going to leave those out here. It's the next day. Now, we had a heavy rain last night, so it probably washed a lot of the stuff away, but we're going to take a look. We're going to stir this up. I can tell it's already fewer ants than it was before. Wow, look at that. Okay, there's some here. So, oh, see, we still got some. Nowhere near as many. It's significantly less. This ant bed looks like it is well on its way to death. So we're going to stir this up, poke some holes in it, get bit by ants on our hands here, and we're going to repeat the process again with the cotton balls. and the process of getting attacked by the ants. So you may need to do this a time or two or three, but eventually it does work. I can already see on this raspberry plant, I don't see any ants on the leaves. I see a lot fewer in the ant bed. You saw when I stirred it up, it took a lot to get those ants to come out. Now there are still some ants, which means we're not done here. I'm going to move over here in the shade and talk about coffee grounds. Went and got my hair did yesterday, so I don't want the humidity causing a lot of frizz. But anyway, coffee grounds. You can use coffee grounds on ant beds. Now, they are not going to kill the ants, but they will help repel them. And we're going to take the rest of this, we're going to go apply it to the yard to help prevent fleas and ticks. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the final result. After just 2 applications, all the ants are gone. Boric acid, sugar, water. Nothing harmful to the environment. Job completed, 100%. So, as I said, this may require 1 more application, or maybe 2. And the rain's moving in, I hear the thunder, so I'm gonna need to wrap this up. So, all good works are done like ants do things, little by little. This is our first application. And if I don't get out of here, I'm not gonna have a purpose, because I don't wanna get struck by lightning. So let's not forget, we were created on purpose, for a purpose. Be your purpose. Until next time on Chatting with Chintzy, I'm Chintzy Barato. Out.